Now let's look at the second problem. Now in the second problem, we are supposed to define this new object called age food, okay? And it is the same, has the same input class as a food class, except there's another thing called the good after, and it should inherit from the food class. So basically, your age food is a subclass of your food class, and it has got two methods, okay? Sniff, okay, as well as eat. Okay, so sniff returns true if it has age enough, okay, or false otherwise. Eat returns 0 if it's not good enough, otherwise it behaves like normal food. Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, so it means that the curve looks like this. Okay, there's age, there's nutrition. Okay, so instead of having something from the start, right, it is 0 at the start, and it goes up, and then it comes down. Okay, so this is good after. Okay, this is good until. Okay, now the thing to understand is that what happens is that you have got this object, which is the food class, okay, and you've got this object, which is the aged food class, okay, and basically there is a subclassing, okay. Okay, let's take a look at the code here before we discuss this some more. Okay, so what we do in this aged food class, okay, so it's aged food. Okay, and it inherits from food. Okay, it's like food, except it's got another one called good after. Okay, and we'll do self dot good after equals to good after. Okay, and it supports one method called sniff. Okay, so what does sniff do? You return self dot age is greater or equals to self dot good after. Okay, and there's also eat by default. Okay, basically if self dot sniff, so means I'm actually good to eat, right? Then I return super dot eat. Okay, else I return 0. Okay, so it's similar to before. Let's see how, okay, we will do this. Okay, now let's take a look. Let's call this cheese. Okay, equals to aged food, cheese. Okay, and basically we can have 30, 30, 10. Okay, so we can do cheese, eat. Okay, then you print this. Okay, and then we can do cheese dot sit there. Okay, what happens here, right? So at the beginning, when you do cheese dot eat, okay, because the age is 0, okay, and it's actually less than 10, you will have 0. Okay, then we sit there is 10, so you have 30. Okay, and then next one you have 20, you have 30, okay, 30 of 30, and then after that you got all zeros. So you have got you've got 1 0 and 3 30s, and the rest are all zeros, right? Okay, let's see what happens when we run this code. Okay, so you have 1 0, 3 30s, and then 2 zeros. Okay, the rest is for caret. All right, so let's go back to our object here. So what happens is the following. So up here, remember, you have got name, you have got your good until, you have got your nutrition. Okay, you've got underscore init, underscore your eat, you've got sit there. Okay, now in age food, what happens is that you also have got underscore init. Okay, and you've got eat. Okay, and you have got your sniff, right? So what happens when, okay, so this is a cheese object, okay? So what happens when you call a function, when you call a method for an object, right? You come in at the bottom, okay? You try to find the matching variable or the method over here, okay? You cannot find, you go up to the next level, and this next level is called super, right? Okay, so what happens is that when you create a new object, because init underscore init, right? You will just do its thing, okay? Since we already found inside each food, okay, it's eat, same thing is here, except that for the eat in each food, right, I can call super, okay? to get at the eat in the superclass over here. Now, let's take a look at this code. Now, currently, basically, okay, this is something wrong on this code. Because why? Because the fact is that your age food, right, doesn't actually call the superclass init underscore underscore. So what does that mean? It means that, for example, in a world, okay, whereby somehow the food class is always called chicken, okay, regardless of, you know, whatever you name it, call it, okay, you run this code, okay, and then you can check. Okay, so you will check that your carrot dot name, okay, is called chicken because I've changed it, right? But then your cheese dot name is actually not chicken, it's still cheese, right? Because the fact is that it doesn't actually comply with the superclass. Okay, so this is actually wrong. Now what should be done is this, right? You should actually call super, okay, underscore underscore init. Okay, and then you pass in all the variables that is initialized in the superclass. Okay, so it's actually initializing not just you're initializing name, nutrition, good, until, and age. Okay, so this basically does the right thing. So what happens is that when age food is created, okay, it goes into, you'll call init here. Okay, init here will call super init and call this function up there, and these things are being done. Then it comes back, and then after that you initialize your good after. Okay. Okay, so now if you run this again, okay, and then you check for your carrot name, okay, it's chicken, and then your cheese name has also become chicken because it now follows the property of the superclass. Okay, of course this is not correct, we'll fix this. Okay, so this is done. And another thing to highlight is that when the eat appears in the subclass, okay, it is called overriding of the eat in the superclass.